San Antonio Spurs vs Miami Heat full game highlights, October 8, 2025 NBA Preseason. The NBA Preseason is heating up, and fans were treated to an exciting showdown between the San Antonio Spurs and the Miami Heat on October 8, 2025. This matchup had all the ingredients of a must-watch preseason battle: emerging stars, fresh faces, and flashes of mid-season form. Both teams hit the floor with intensity, using the exhibition not just as a tune-up, but as a statement of what's to come in the 2025-26 NBA season. From the opening tip, the energy in the arena was electric. The Spurs, led by the ever-improving Victor Wembanyama, showed off their youth and speed, while the Heat countered with their trademark toughness and discipline under Erik Spoelstra. It was a battle between a franchise on the rise and a perennial contender trying to fine-tune its chemistry. Early on, the pace was fast and fluid, exactly what fans wanted from a preseason showcase. First quarter, Wembanyama makes his presence felt. The Spurs wasted no time setting the tone. Victor Wembanyama, entering his second preseason, immediately reminded everyone why he's one of the league's most exciting young stars. He dominated both ends of the floor, blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, and drilling a smooth mid-range jumper to get the scoring started. His improved ball handling and confidence were evident, as he attacked mismatches and finished plays with ease. For the Heat, Bam Adebayo answered back with his usual brand of energy and physicality. He challenged Wembanyama at the rim and controlled the paint defensively. Meanwhile, Jimmy Butler, though not pushing himself too hard in the preseason, contributed with smart passes and timely plays. Tyler Herro caught fire midway through the quarter, knocking down back-to-back three-pointers to give Miami an early lead. By the end of the first, it was clear this game would be anything but a casual exhibition. Second quarter, Spurs bench brings the heat. When the second unit checked in, San Antonio's depth started to shine. Rookie point guard Stephen Castle showed flashes of brilliance, orchestrating the offense with poise well beyond his years. He connected on a slick alley-oop to Wembanyama and later found Devin Vassell in transition for a corner three. The Spurs' ball movement was crisp, and their spacing looked much improved compared to last season. Miami countered with their own bench strength. Jamie Jaquez Jr. and Duncan Robinson provided a scoring spark, while rookie Kel'el made some noise on the defensive end. However, turnovers plagued the Heat in the second quarter, allowing the Spurs to build momentum. Keldon Johnson capitalized with back-to-back transition buckets, and a late three from Trey Jones gave San Antonio a 58-52 lead heading into halftime. Halftime breakdown, Spurs poised, Heat adjusting. At the break, it was evident the Spurs were growing more confident as a unit. Wembanyama already had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks at halftime, anchoring both ends of the floor. Coach Greg Popovich was seen smiling on the sideline, a rare sight that spoke volumes about how his young squad is maturing. For Miami, Coach Spoelstra emphasized tightening up the defense and limiting second-chance opportunities. Tyler Herro led the Heat with 12 points, while Bam had 8 points and 5 boards. The Heat weren't in trouble, but they knew they had to raise their intensity level to match San Antonio's youthful energy. Third quarter, Miami fights back. The Heat opened the third quarter with renewed focus. Jimmy Butler, who had been quiet early, took command. He attacked the rim, drew fouls, and set the tone with his leadership. Bam continued to battle inside, and Herro kept his hot hand from beyond the arc. Miami's defensive rotations tightened, forcing the Spurs into a few tough shots. However, the Spurs refused to back down. Jeremy Sochan, playing as the point forward, kept the offense flowing. His chemistry with Wembanyama looked sharper than ever. The duo ran several pick-and-rolls that completely broke down Miami's defense. Wemby's versatility was on full display, hitting step-back jumpers one possession and swatting shots the next. By the end of the third, the Spurs maintained a slim 86-82 lead, setting the stage for a dramatic fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, young stars take over. As the final period began, the spotlight turned to the young talent on both sides. For Miami, Jaquez Jr. and rookie Kel'el made strong pushes to prove their value in the rotation. Jaquez's hustle plays and Ware's rebounding gave the Heat a spark, cutting the lead down to just 2 points. But San Antonio's youth movement was just too explosive. Devin Vassell took over offensively, hitting clutch jumpers from mid-range and deep. Wembanyama added a thunderous dunk that brought the crowd to its feet, and rookie Stephen Castle showed ice-cold composure, knocking down a key three to push the lead back to 8. The Heat made one last push behind Butler and Herro, but the Spurs' defense stood tall. Wembanyama sealed the game with a spectacular block on Adebayo in the closing minute, capping off an impressive night for the 21-year-old phenom. Final score and key stats. The San Antonio Spurs walked away with a 112-104 victory over the Miami Heat, a result that reflected their growing confidence and cohesion. Wembanyama finished with a near triple-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks, while Devin Vassell added 19 points and 4 assists. Keldon Johnson contributed 14 off the bench, and Stephen Castle impressed with 11 points and 6 assists. For Miami, Tyler Herro led the team with 23 points, shooting 4 for 8 from 3. Jimmy Butler posted 17 points and 6 assists in limited minutes, while Bam Adebayo chipped in 16 points and 9 rebounds. Jamie Jaquez Jr. added 12 off the bench, proving once again that he's ready for a larger role this season. Post-game takeaways. This preseason clash provided plenty of storylines for both teams. For the Spurs, Wembanyama continues to look like a future MVP in the making. His chemistry with Sochan and Vassell is improving rapidly, and Greg Popovich seems to be giving his young players more freedom to experiment. San Antonio's offense looked fluid, and their defense, anchored by Wembanyama, has the potential to be elite. For the Heat, there's still plenty to be optimistic about. Herro's shooting touch looks sharp, and Adebayo appears ready to take another step forward offensively. However, Miami will need to cut down on turnovers and improve its defensive rebounding to compete against faster, more athletic teams like San Antonio. Conclusion: Spurs show growth, Heat show grit. While it's just the preseason, this matchup gave fans a glimpse of how the 2025-26 season might unfold for both franchises. The Spurs youth movement looks legit, energetic, confident, and built around one of the most talented young players the league has ever seen. The Heat, meanwhile, remain battle-tested and disciplined, but they'll need to stay healthy and cohesive to make another deep playoff run. In the end, San Antonio's 112-104 victory wasn't just a win on the scoreboard, it was a statement that this young Spurs team is coming, and fast. If this game is any indication, the 2025-26 NBA season could be one of the most exciting campaigns we've seen in years.